This is Corey McCarthy, and welcome to a new episode of Fit, Formidable, and Fantastic. That's right. Go F yourself, and happy Meatless Monday. Now, a word of warning. This video might very well offend some. Hell, possibly quite a lot of people. I'm just putting that out there because I wanted to do more of an ethical video for this week's Meatless Monday, as I feel these are actually imperative. Now, whether or not you all would rather see my science-driven videos or not, I just needed to vent some shit out there. And this video is going to get heated, as you're probably getting from this. Very passionately heated. Very angry, even. And it may even pinch some nerves, in fact. I'm actually pretty sure it's going to pinch some fucking nerves. But hey, sometimes it has to be done, and the truth can be a tough pill to swallow. And for some of you, this will be just preaching to the choir, but maybe it will give you some food for thought in your own dealings with non-vegans. And I would urge all of you to share this video, get it around, get this message out there, no matter how blunt it's going to be. And it's going to be pretty fucking blunt. It's definitely going to be a little different than my usual video personality, you could say. You're going to see a different side of me here. Now, veganism is a lifestyle. As I've said before, it is not just a diet, and I feel it should be embarked upon with a deep and ethical and moral root, not as some shallow means to a perceived or actual health end, and certainly not as a trend or fad, celebrities. Now, for those of you who only engage in veganism solely, or almost solely, for reasons like the latter purpose that I mentioned, without that deeper ethical motive, there's a huge fucking risk that you will fall from grace. I have seen this enough to say it is a fair assumption. However, those that align with veganism for the ethical reasons, whether they were present from the start or acquired during the process, they cannot be swayed. I've never seen a case where a true ethical vegan, emphasis on true, turning back on their lifestyle. So, on to the point of this video. For those who are not vegan, why aren't you? Let's cut the bullshit and get right to it. And I'm going to be pretty fucking blunt here. Is it one, because you are ignorant to the suffering that consuming meat, dairy, and eggs causes? Or are you ignorant to the fact that even free-range or other industry catchphrases on said products don't ultimately mean shit? There's no humane slaughter, and no animal wants to fucking die for your dinner plate or a fancy outfit, and they even put up a fucking fight. So, that even your local private farms, which claim to love its animals, still exploit them for their secretions at the very fucking least. Secretions that they then sell or provide to you for consumption, like eggs or avian menstrual cycle discharge, or dairy, also known as breast milk for another fucking species' offspring, or honey, or also known as bee vomit. Repeat regurgitations, in fact. Are you ready to open your eyes and change? Become informed and change? Put your foot down and take an ethical stance? You may not be able to change the world as one person, but you can refuse to take fucking part. Not be part of the problem, and stop playing a fucking role in the atrocities. Or two, moving on here, is it because you just don't give a single fuck? Be honest. You think you like the taste. And animals be damned, because your fucking taste buds are more important than their expressed will to live. Because you're so fucking important, right? I'll bow to your fucking desires, you selfish prick. Or maybe you, deep down, know it's wrong, hence your mentally vacant trolling efforts with ubiquitous comments like bacon or anything remotely resembling vegan over social media. You feel the pinch but you're too fucking weak-willed to drop your taste bud addictions and do the right thing, and take the high road of causing the least suffering humanly possible. Now, notice I said the least suffering humanly possible, because no one is perfect, and no one expects you to be perfect, despite some of the shit you hear from whack job vegans out there. But at least make a fucking effort. Perhaps you think you need meat, dairy, or eggs for your health, which is utterly ridiculous, given this statement from the American Dietetic Association, in quotes. It is the position of the American Dietetic Association that appropriately planned vegetarian diets, including total vegetarian or vegan diets, are healthful, nutritionally adequate, and may provide health benefits in the prevention, treatment of certain diseases. Well-planned vegetarian diets are appropriate for individuals during all stages of life cycles, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, and adolescence, and for athletes, end quote. And despite that, and the myriad of vegan nutritional resources out there, you selfishly cling to those perceived needs for your sustenance. Are you just that fucking lazy? I mean, too lazy to even use fucking Google? And yet here you are, watching a YouTube video, if you've gotten this far. Perhaps you fear social ostracization. Because what would your friends, co-workers, family, significant other, etc. think if you suddenly took on the extreme vegan lifestyle? Because it's just so fucking normal in a society to exploit, rob from, fund the forced impregnation of, and the slaughter of life. Sentient life, mind you. Turning your back on a social norm, so to speak, no matter how barbaric and illogical, might result in one being labeled an eccentric or worse. Well, cry me a fucking river. Boo-hoo-hoo, wah-wah-wah for you. I am sure all the animals out there feel so bad for your disposition, so bad that they're suddenly cool with you eating and using them and their bodies. It really boils down to two things, and I have really yet to see otherwise: ignorance or apathy. Either you're ignorant to the suffering that your actions cause, or you are fucking apathetic to it. You just don't care. Or your care doesn't extend beyond your needs and wants. You know, some of you claim to love animals and shit, but only the ones, I guess, that you don't fucking eat or wear, right? Dumb. Are you oblivious to the hypocrisy of that sentiment? How else could you claim something that fucking illogical? So, which are you? Are you the ignorant type, or are you the apathetic type? Or maybe actually there's a third type, the religious type. Yeah, I'm going to go there. Now, I'm not saying all people of faith fall into this category of thinking, as there are vegan people of faith, but there is certainly a good number who fit this specific type. And I'm sure you guys could spot this right away. Let me describe. You know, the ones who claim or perceive that their God of choice up in the sky has granted them permission to use and consume animals and their secretions. Perhaps it's right there in the ancient book, the one that they cling to so tightly, written quite possibly by an ancient schizophrenic who was hearing voices. Think about this. If God is not of this earthly plane, then how else would anyone have heard his or her fucking commands or pearls of wisdom? That's right. Voices. One of the many signs of schizophrenia. So, if a person, let's move forward here, or if a person believes or claims themselves to be the offspring of a god, for instance, or some other grandiose delusion, leading one to feel that they're communicating with or hearing the voices of a god, that could be one of many disorders, including manic and bipolar, substance abuse, and, yeah, schizophrenia. So, does your holy book also promote rape, slavery, abuse, even incest? Do you follow all of the allowances in your book, or only the ones that suit your desires? The ones that you're cool living with? So, are you just partial, or are you all in with your system of faith? Huh? Tell me. Or are you only insofar as to justify your consumption and use of animals? Which I suppose swings us right back to ignorance or apathy. Well, fancy that. Maybe there really is only two. But wait, animals aren't just slaughtered. As I touched on earlier, they also suffer from forced impregnation, enslavement, and abuse. So it looks like religion, or some religions, are expressly cool with that. Just based on that right there. Anyway, I don't know what else to do. I could go on and on and on and just keep going in circles and slamming this right here. But I'm going to digress at this point. I've said my piece. Now, if there's anything any of you wanted to say in reply, you want to add to this, you want to like cheer it on, whatever, you want to like, argue with, whatever, please do drop it in the comments below. And as I asked earlier, if you all are moved by this in some capacity, you think this is a good message, albeit a harsh message, to get out there, then do pass it along, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. Get this out there. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Friday for a regularly scheduled episode. Until then, stay fit, stay formidable, and stay fantastic. Vegan fantastic. See you around.